How did Apple become so big? This is the story of Apple, a company that started in a small garage and became one of the biggest names in the world. In 1976, two friends, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, had a dream. They wanted to make computers that were small, simple, and useful for everyone. At that time, computers were big machines used only by companies and universities. They were expensive and complicated. Not many people could use them. But Jobs and Wozniak wanted to change that. They wanted to make computers for everyone. In a small garage in California, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak built their first computer. They named it the Apple I. It was simple, but it was new and exciting. Only 200 of these computers were made, and they sold out quickly. Each one cost $400. That was a lot of money in those days, but people were excited to buy it. They saw the potential of these computers and wanted to own one. With the money they made, Jobs and Wozniak built a bigger and better computer. The Apple II. It was colorful and easy to use. It also had something new, a full-size keyboard. Before this, computer keyboards were tiny and hard to type on. But the Apple II was different. It was much better than other computers at that time. And it became very popular. Thousands of people wanted to buy it. Apple was now growing fast. In 1980, they opened a new factory and hired more workers. They also went public. This means they sold shares of their company to the public. This gave them a lot of money, and they became a billion-dollar company in 1981. Now they could afford to open stores and hire more people. But in the 1980s, Steve Jobs had many fights with the other leaders of Apple. They could not agree on how to run the company. Finally, in 1985, Steve Jobs was removed from Apple, the company he started himself. It was a very hard time for him. He felt sad and angry. He thought he was the best leader and that Apple would not succeed without him. But Jobs was wrong. While away from Apple, he worked on new projects. He bought a small animation studio called Pixar. Later, Pixar made movies like Toy Story, which became world famous. But Apple without Jobs was weak. The company lost money and almost failed. In 1997, Apple decided to bring Steve Jobs back, and that changed everything. Jobs was now older and wiser. He knew how to make great products and also how to lead a team. He showed Apple what they were missing. Jobs introduced new and modern products. First, the colorful iMac. It looked like a colorful plastic balloon. Next came the iPod. It was a small device that could hold thousands of songs. It changed the way people listened to music. And in 2007, Apple launched the iPhone. It was not just a phone. It was a phone, a music player, and a computer in your pocket. It changed the world of technology forever. People loved the iPhone. They could use it to play games, watch videos, and connect with friends on social media. It was the most exciting thing since sliced bread. After the iPhone came the iPad, Apple Watch, AirPods, and many other products. Today, Apple is one of the richest companies in the world. Its products are used by billions of people every day. But we should remember how it all started. Two young men in a garage with a big dream. Apple's story is not only about technology. It is about vision, struggle, and the courage to dream big. It is a story that inspires us to follow our dreams and never give up. It is a reminder that even the biggest companies start with humble beginnings. So if you have an idea, don't wait. Start today. You never know where your journey might take you. That was the untold story of Apple. Do you own an Apple product? Let me know in the comments below. Also, subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it.